looks like it's about to get nuked. We're looking at BTC here on 12-minute chart, lower time frame. As you can see here, the trade sniper indicator is red, and it's falling out of this what looks like a descending, ascending triangle rather. Right now it's 38,350. We warned about a potential drop, and it's actually happening right now. We're also going to be taking a look real quick at XRP. We're going to take a look at Shiba Inu, HBAR, and a few other coins today. But right now, our eyes are on Bitcoin. As you can see here on the lower level time frames, the trade sniper indicator just flipped red. When we go to other higher time frames, you can see here the 30-minute, it's blue, which indicates the end of this rally right here. You can see it's falling. It's falling fast out of this triangle. We could literally see this happening right in real time. And this did warn you right here, flipping blue. As you go to the higher time frames of 45 minutes, red. So you would have definitely have seen this. Notice here how it flipped blue right before it flipped red, and it has fallen out of this triangle. This is looking real bad for the crypto market right now. As you can see here, the blue triangle. Let's see if we could go to some of the higher time frames. So the higher time frame here, the 4 hour, it is not. It is green because it was pumping earlier today. It is yet to flip. So this is really bad for the cryptos. As you can see here, the 3 hours blue, again, end of the rally, or once it flips blue. And this is kind of warning you to get out. As you can see, everything's dropping quickly. As we flip to the daily flipped red. Let me just get rid of some of these arrows here. The daily just flipped red. As you can see, the last time it flipped from blue to red, right here at almost the same spot, it dropped. It fell pretty hard. So that's not good. As you can see here, this is like the last line of support right at this general area, right around 38,000. So if this was to break, which is happening, it's probably just going to plummet. I would be very, very careful, very wary. I would definitely be following this to get in. Everyone's talking about dollar cost averaging. Everyone's talking about buying the dip. You could buy the dip, but you can see here, you could buy this dip, or as it falls, you really want to buy it when the indicator flips green, like it did right here, and it hasn't flipped green yet. It's red. So the cryptos are just falling fast. Let's take a look at XRP. As you can see, XRP is in this descending column. Looks like this is a bull trap right here as it shot up out of the column as a bull trap. Looks like it was going to go test new all-time highs. Got rejected. The indicator flipped blue right here, and you'll see how once it flipped blue, it was the end of the rally, and then it flipped red here, and it just fell all the way down. This is on the daily chart. As you can see, if you go to the higher time frames, the chart's a little messy, but you can just see here, right here when it flipped blue, that was it. And then it's basically been falling a couple little weak pumps since then, but right now it's blue on the 3-day chart. This is XRP, and there's a good chance that it could go down and test the lower levels here again, this purple line, and that is right around let's see, that's right around 60 cents. If this was to break, it could just plummet all the way back down, possibly 39 cents or below. This is like do or die time for these coins. We're gonna take a quick look at Shiba. You can see Shiba was in this descending triangle to another. I'm sorry, ascending triangle to another ascending triangle. It looks like it's going to rally, and then it gets rejected here. The indicator flips blue, and it falls. Once it fell, it just kept on going. Popped up. You can see here it did get a couple pumps and it flipped hyper green right here, and it did get a few rallies. But once it flipped blue, we noted that it flipped blue here back on March 1st, and since then it's just been falling and been in free fall mode. And now it's really not looking good. As you can see, it's still red, hyper red on the 4-hour chart. If you flip to the daily on Shiba Inu, it's also red, just like it was back here, and it is falling out of this secondary ascending triangle looking structure. So it's not really looking too good. If you get rid of these temporarily, you could also see that it almost looks like it's in an actual descending triangle, which we're going to draw right now. It kind of looks like this, if it would let me. It kind of looks like something like this. And usually when these descending triangles happen, once it gets to the end of it, they break down to the bottom and they just plummet. So I would definitely be careful if you're in Shiba Inu. If you're in any of these anything right now, everything's red. And I'm just giving fair warning. The higher higher time frames are all red. And as you can see, even on the 5-day, it hasn't even flipped red yet on the 5-day. So if this was to flip, red on the 5 day, it's going to absolutely plummet. I talk about bearish engulfing candles. That's what these all are here. This is just, there, yeah, this huge run up here, and then you'll see how has been bearish since, November. So people talking about buy the dip, you could buy the dip here, 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 here. You're just losing money. So, the goal isn't to buy the dip. The goal is to buy the bottom. And I personally don't think we are there yet. So let's take one. We're going to take a look at H bar real quick. We're doing this rapid fire. With H bar, everyone's been talking about it. Again, H bar is in a similar column like this. And as you can see here, back on November 15th, it hit its pretty much top area, and it's just been falling. It's bouncing in between this column, this channel here. And as you can see on the daily, it is the indicator is red, which is not good. The 4 hour here is red, and it's bending downwards. So once you see here, once it starts to bend downwards, sort of like it did here, you'll notice how it just falls, like it keeps falling until it hits green here. So it's just not looking like H bar is looking really not good. If we throw a few rays in here, we could see a few levels of support where it could get a small bounce, probably something like this. If it falls down to this, and maybe it bounces up, but if this breaks, there's a good chance it could fall back down to levels like this, 19 cents ish. And if this was to break, I mean, this is one of the last lines of support here. If this was to break, there's nothing. There's nothing below it. So with H bar, everyone keeps talking about buying the dip. Well, it's just kind of in free fall mode right now. So I would just be very careful. We'll flip back to BTC real quick. It's getting a little bit of a bounce. This is a nice layer of support here. As you can see, it bounced 1, 2, 3 times here. So if it does bounce here, it could shoot upwards to the upside. This could be a fake out. But like I said, as we flip to some of these, it really depends on what this 4 hour does here. Just to prove what I'm talking about is the last time the 4 hour flipped from green to red, it looked just like this. You can almost see here that it almost hit at the same resistance point. Very, very similar right here. Let me see if I could draw some sort of a box here. So it looks very, very similar. We'll make this red, and so basically you're looking at very, very similar rejection and structure of the indicator right here and right here. So we're gonna leave these here, and just note that if this does get rejected here, this kind of has a chance to free fall, because the support here looks very, very flimsy on the daily chart. We're expecting another bounce, something like this. We're expecting something like this for it to shoot upwards, and then get rejected and then fall, something like this. But it looks like so it looks like this could still happen if it gets support. But to be totally honest with you, I don't see it. I mean, this just looks like it's free falling bad, and it just could be really, really bad if this breaks here. So you can see it's bouncing. They're fighting as we go to the lower levels. They are fighting, but like I said, once a structure like this breaks, it's going to need some major support. It's going to need a major bounce here. As you can see, the 15-minute just closes, and it's just free falling even more. Trade Sniper's still red here on the 15-minute. Let's check some of the higher time frames. It's all red on everything. So, I would be very careful. If you want to get the Trade Sniper indicator, I would highly recommend getting it. The link is available in my profile. You would have been alerted of this drop right here. Really, I'd be watching the 2 hour and 3 hour chart. Right here, it flipped blue, and that signifies the end of rally, just like it did up here. If it flips blue, if this was to flip red, it's going to plummet. So we got to watch the indicator. So again, if you want to get the indicator, the access is available in my profile. Stay tuned for another update.